This might be the last image you ever see of me. This might be the last image you ever see of me. Great first Sekiro video. Editor was fire. Yeah, new editor. New editor took on the Sekiro video and did a great job. First video. In fact, reached out to me. They had liked the Sekiro content, wanted to edit it, ran it, fucking came with the heat, paying them full amount. Fire. Anyway, the actual reasons I was waiting for my food. I think we're gonna do a Shark Tank today. Is my plan. I wanna squeeze in a Shark Tank. I know I never do them during the weekday, but I'm gonna squeeze one in because I want to watch the Scrub Daddy episode, which is the greatest single product in Shark Tank history. So we're gonna do that end of day today. It'll be a shorter stream. Lumpy Lasagna, thank you for the 6 months. Sorry, I missed it. But what I wanted to do before that, I have two options. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I would pray to hear your thoughts. First, I want to shoot the shit, obviously. The two options are, one, you can see me struggle, build, grow, and grind in the world of Hitman as I continue my quest to de-rust and become a world record holder yet again. That's one. Number two, Inscription. I've downloaded it. I bought it. It's ready to go. I'm open to either one. Sifu's not on the table currently. I want to give Sifu a fucking full day like it deserves. I want to really grind it. So I'm totally open to either one. I feel like Inscription is running away with this. No, Hitman's got a god too. You know, it's tough to say. I will do a poll. And that is what you get for being here for the secret stream. But the reason I tell the secret stream low-key on the real has nothing to do with reacting at all. It's that I'm going to be kind of low-key today. I was thinking about skipping stream today and I was like, no, I want a game. I just don't want to stream. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't feel like it today. I want to just play video games, but I figured I could do that. You know what? If I can't do that, then what the fuck's the problem? So I'll just turn it on. It'll be like a low-key stream. We're going to fucking shoot the shit. We're going to vibe. We're going to play some games. We're going to have fun. And that's the long and short of it, dude. Something on your hat brim? Yeah, this is what's cool now. If you don't have fucking dust dangling on your hat brim, you're fucking lame, dude. It's whack. Keep up, dude. That's how the dust came with it? Yeah, it's like keeping your sticker on. Please move it. It's distracting. I'm not moving it because it's cool. All right? You guys don't understand fashion. Imagine having no brim dust. Holy shit. Kuwake, thank you for the 10 gifted. Bro. No, if you guys go to school and you have brim dust on your hat, people are going to fucking talk. They're going to be... people are going to be respecting the drip you're bringing to the table. Titterfish, thank you for the 10 months. Atrioc SMP Season 2 win. If you guys don't know, if you're newer frogs here, I did create the Atrioc SMP, rivaling my good friend Dream in Minecraft knowledge and ability. And it was one of the earliest things I did on Twitch. It devolved into absolute chaos, as I recall. We had an election for mayor. Phineas J, my VOD channel manager, won, and then immediately abdicated because it was too much work. He gets up at 2 a.m. to publish my VODs, but running a Minecraft town was fucking overwhelming. It was overwhelming. So he abdicated his job. There was lawlessness in the streets. I, instead of helping things, created gold boots that I called Air Atriocs. They were official Air Atriocs, and I just traded them for everything because I didn't know how to get netherite. So I just walked around and sold Air Atriocs for fucking full netherite armor and tons of diamond. And then once I had everything, I didn't know what else to do. So we did a purge day where everyone could just kill anyone. There was no rules. And the rich people all ganged up on the poor people. It was like unprompted. It was sickening. It was sickening. They just kept slaughtering the poor people. And then all the poor people hid in the church. And then the rich people fucking busted into the church and killed them all. It was like literally biblical. And then the server was dead. I think that we ended it after that. So I don't know what we learned. I really don't know what we learned. Except that brim dust on your hat is cool. But it could be interesting to do another one. If I did another one, though. All right, I'm going to get rid of the brim dust. Just to make you guys feel more comfortable. If I were to do another one, it would be timed. It would be like a 6-day or a 5-day or it would be like, this is it. It would be very, very, very limited. Oh yeah, there was a casino. Someone built a casino in the Minecraft server, and I was so addicted that I logged on when I wasn't streaming to fucking dump my diamonds into the casino. The only time I ever played that server when I wasn't streaming was to go to that casino and press the fucking double your money button, where you'd put a diamond in and it would go burp, burp, and you'd get 1 diamond turned into 2, or you'd lose your money. It was random. And you could press it again. You could push your luck and go 2 to 4, or you'd lose it. I think it was 50-50 every time. And I just kept doing that, trying to get 32 diamonds. And I lost hundreds of diamonds. It was insane. It was ludicrous. Toke Till Death, what's up? You keeping up with the Suns games? I've been following the Suns, yeah. They're having an insane season. Pork Katsu Curry is here?
Wait, we both got pork?
Yeah, we both got pork.
Tell them it's a factor meal.
Well, I want to lie.
No, that's fine. It's a joke. Yeah, I joke sometimes.
All right, I know that, babe, but if I say that, then Factor might get mad at me.
Your curry.
I got some Katsu Curry. Yum, 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 yum. Thoughts on Carby? I don't really care. If the game's good, I'll play it. I've never been the biggest Kirby fan. Is that sacrilege? I don't know. Kirby's low on my tier list of Nintendo characters. It's just not that he's bad. I'm sure the games are good. I just don't get excited about a Kirby game, really. And I don't fault you if you do. And I have nothing against him as a pink fucking blob. But he's just not my bag. He's not my vibe. Samus top 1 Nintendo characters? I don't know about that, but I did love Dread. In fact, I enjoyed Dread the most. I've only played Prime before that, but Dread I really liked. Big A, I'd watch you watch paint dry. That's good because that gives me a Saturday stream idea. Thank you for saying that, Rekia. Thank you for the sub. I can just literally open a video of paint drying and we can fucking chill. Rack up the subs. Are you going to do the one-hit run in Dread? Yeah, totally. I'm going to do the one-hit run where it kills you in one hit in Metroid Dread. And then I'm going to take a rusty nail and pound it into my leg. And then I'm going to take a spoon and saw off my fingers. Because that's obviously the fucking level of masochism that I must love if I'm going to play fucking Metroid Dread one hit. Same thing. Hey, lot of falafel. Thank you for the 10 gifted. There is no shot I play Metroid Dread one hit. It's literally the same game that I just played, but ludicrously punishing. It's like Steel Soul Hollow Knight. It's like a test of patience, really. You'd never go for anything risky unless you'd already played the game 6 trillion hours. Because boss rush, though. Scared? Yes, absolutely. I'm scared. I'm scared that would kill my sanity. Partial thing of the 12 months. Void did it with 0 deaths. First of all, Void is a god at Metroid Dread. I watched him play. Yeah, all respect to the god. Secondly, yeah, I don't think it'd be fun. Have you seen Rogue Tower? All I know about Rogue Tower, I know nothing about it. I don't even know what it looks like. All I know about the video game Rogue Tower is that my best man is lost to it. I used to have a friend named Nathan Stans that I would talk to after our streams, and we would shoot the shit. And now, when I log on to Discord and hit him up, I see Stans playing Rogue Tower 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. He literally is a full-time offline Rogue Tower player. Not even on stream. He ends stream early so he can go play more Rogue Tower by himself. I had to beg him to play TFT with me today. So it must be good. Have you played Vampire Survivors? I don't want to get into this debate every time because I'm sure the game is good. But I have a certain standard around graphics. I work at NVIDIA, for Christ's sakes. Vampire Survivors is too ugly. I'm sorry. It's too ugly for me. I'm sorry we have to keep saying this. Please don't judge me. If you like it, I don't hate you. But I look at Vampire Survivors and I think, God damn, I don't want to play that. It's so ugly. It looks fun. I watched DJ Wheat play it. But I don't want to, that's it. That's my fucking thing. I work at NVIDIA. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't mean it. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Sifu looks great. And I will play Sifu. In fact, the more I've learned about Sifu, I watched the Moist Meter, Charlie's Moist Meter. And that's the game for me, brother. I'm going to love Sifu, I think. I think Sifu's going to be right up my fucking alley. It's going to be crack in the veins. Seafood? Yeah, I'm going to eat a plate of seafood on stream. That's it. That's my content. You figured it out. I'm going to open up the fucking DoorDash, get some Red Lobster, and I'm going to eat it full thing on stream. Dumbass. Teardown? Did I not finish Teardown? Oh, there's so many games to play. Oh, yeah, let me do a poll. All right, do you want to see? These are the two options. We got double the polls for double the fun. How do I? There it is. Hitman grind or inscription? Your call. You decide. This is the power of democracy at work. I'm open to literally either. And before we do either, I'm gonna do some talking and we'll check out some news maybe. Maybe react to some shit. I've been trying to squeeze in Hitman whenever I can, between work and streaming and Ari and my dog and whatever I can. And I'm trying. I'm trying to get myself in fucking murderer shape, dude. To fucking make this Herculean comeback to the world record space. It's looking like Inscription's pulling out the lead here. Hey, Big A, you should move to the East Coast so you can stream for my convenience. Okay, sure. No one ever asked before. Yeah, I'll just up in my entire life, quit my job, tell my fiance who loves the West Coast that we're moving to the East Coast just so I can stream at your convenient schedule. Congratulations. You did it. Thanks for asking. All right, we'll stop at this at, I don't know, 800, 900, 900. If you haven't voted, get off your ass. First time chatters, I want to see your votes. I know you're lurking. I know you're sitting here lurking. You never typed chat before. Chat. Be part of the process. We're going to go to 900 votes. Oh my God, they did. Wow, it's a bunch of first time chatters. Hey, welcome. Hey, speak up. We want to hear from you. Welcome. It's Inscription. It's Inscription by pretty much a country mile. Well, it's actually really close, but after 1,000 votes, we got Inscription, and I'm excited. I think the game looks great, but we're gonna do a little bit of shooting the shit, reacting, maybe check LSF or something before, and then we'll do that. I already have it downloaded, ready to go, so I'm excited. It'll be a good like late night secret stream. Actually, it'll be fun. And then after that, perhaps a Shark Tank. So, and if you want Hitman, I would not despair. We have a lot of Hitman coming up. This is actually probably a good thing. We got Hitman. Saturday's going to be a Hitman all day, major fucking day. We're going to reveal who won my contract. Oh my God, boys. I've already been seeing some of the submissions from the top runners who have tried my contract. Insane. They have done things I never would have. I mean, putting money on the line brought out all the heat. I put $500 on the line, which is the biggest I think any contract's ever had. And people are doing from wild. They're breaking my contract in ways I never thought. So it'll be a dope stream on Saturday. I'm going to reveal them kind of in order, all the different strats. That'll be good. And then I'm going to grind. I'm just going to grind on Saturday. I am taking Ari on a date Saturday night. Don't let me forget. If I'm fucking mauling at Paris around, 5 p.m. on Saturday, you need to tell me that I have a date. And I have to be getting ready for it and get showered. And so Saturday will be fun. But today we'll be doing Inscription and shooting the shit. That's all I want to do. I just want to chill. I just want to vibe. I've been working, twerking, and jerking, bro. The video got me running around. Atrioc, do you think actually no idea how they get it under 2 minutes, so I'm really yeah dude. When I first made the contract and I did my first run, it was like around, I don't know, 4 minutes, 4 something. And I thought, okay, if they're great, they can get it like under 3, but they're doing some shit. They're doing some shit. That's your fiance, bro. It's not a date. Dead. You're going to dinner. No, it's a date, bitch. It's a date night with my fiance. Suck my ass. What no relationship does to a motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, my fiance is fictional, and I still know more about dates than you do. I made her up. Ours not real. You never seen her? Valentine's Day ad video. We're doing Super Bowl. You guys understand? Monday is going to be fucking awesome. Super Bowl ads on Marketing Monday. It's a marketer's fucking dream day. People actually care about ads one day a year. I have to climb on it. I love talking about ads all the time. Nobody cares 90% of the year. But when Super Bowl comes around, everyone's like, oh, ads? Which ones were good? Which ones were bad? I want to talk about it. They love it. And so this is my time to shine. I remember last year's Super Bowl ad review, I feel old. What is it with Zoomers and saying I feel old to any passage of time at all? Just remembering something that happened 8 months ago and Zoomers go, I feel old. What is with that? It's crazy. People are talking about Fortnite and Among Us. Like, bro, I remember that. I feel old. What the fuck? It's 2 years ago. Time has passed completely normally. I should feel old. I remember fucking GameCube. I remember yesterday. I feel old. Remember January, man? Bro, you guys remember Ninja? I know this is dating me, but you guys remember Ninja? Remember Shroud? Remember Mixer? Those were the days. Mm, 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 mm. One day, y'all will say, remember Atrioc. One day you'll be watching fucking Tommy Innett's son for 4 million viewers, which is low at the time. And you'll be like, damn, remember Atrioc? Who Megalo? Fuck you. You're watching right now. You're gonna who Megalo me? To Tommy Innett's son? You're a fucking asshole. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. Mm. Mm. Jonas in it. Hey, thanks for the 5 gifted, accursed. Thank you. I do appreciate those gifties. Agreed. Thank you for the 9 months. Strawberry Girl. Thank you for the prime. Drama Llama 666. Thank you for the 15 months. What can I say? I like the streamer. Thank you. Thank you, Drama Llama. Although I will say I'm not very there's not too much drama in this stream. I feel like if I need to really farm some drama. I'm gonna try by reacting today. Hopefully I can get more call outs. Atrioc? You mean President Ewing? Bro, if I'm president, Quack is a hero. Quack somehow managed to delete all the VODs. There's no... I'm gonna die right now. There's no way I can elect the president with a single one of my VODs staying up. Quack had to scrub the internet. Although, eventually, we've talked about this before, but eventually, every single person running for political office will have grown up like with TikTok, with social media. Like they'll have like YouTube, like the way Timothy Chalamet has an old Xbox controller review channel. That's going to be like the fucking mayor. The mayor of your town grew up with an Xbox review channel and like used to play Call of Duty and like that's going to be so common. It's just by statistics and odds. TikTok dancer president. They'll find a way to keep Mitch McConnell alive. Mitch McConnell's brain in a fucking jar, still running the fucking Senate in 2058. Christ. While President fucking Logan Paul nods along approvingly. Hey, speaking of Futurama heads in a jar, ding, 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 nostalgia alert. They're bringing back Futurama, exactly 20 years old today. I literally call it, if it's 20 years old, it's coming back. Futurama's coming back. They're literally relaunching it, which, here's the thing. The front part of my brain, or whatever the smart part of my brain is really small, knows that this is like nostalgia bait, and it knows that like Futurama had a great ending and it was satisfying and it wrapped and it's a great series and maybe they should just let it end. But the other part of my brain is like, I like Futurama. I'll watch. And that's what the part that's going to watch it. It turns out it doesn't matter that you know that it's happening. It's still going to work. I'm still going to watch it. I'm going to watch all 20. Even if the first 10 are shit, I'll tune in. I don't know. I don't know why, but I will because I like Futurama. It's the member berries, dude. I think South Park was ahead of the game. It's just something about, you liked it before, and your brain wants that, crave that hunt again. Fuck Futurama, that mangy ass New Jersey dog made me cry. So a piece of art makes you feel deep emotions, and you say, fuck them, and then you insult the dog for being mangy. It's animated, bro. It's a great scene. It's a great scene and a great show. Fantastic show. I don't want to feel. What do you... Chiron, thank you for the prime and the very nice message. This is the second stream I ever managed to catch. Just want to say you're one of the most entertaining people I've had the fortune of finding. Thank you for all the content. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. That's very nice. Very nice. Keep your circle small so I stay high up on your rankings. Don't watch anybody else. And don't watch actual entertainers. Just as long as you like have maybe your friends at school and then me, then I can stay in the high rankings of people you think are funny. Do you listen to Kill Bill like the rapper? No, I don't know who Kill Bill the rapper is. I only know the movie. Hey, I'm about to eat this whole fucking egg. Now that's content. Holy shit. You guys get this for free? Honestly, some of you are getting this content for free. I'm eating a full fucking egg here on camera. And you get to... Ugh. It's insane. I'm like fucking Mother Teresa or something. I feel like I'm just giving out. It's charity. Don't call me Egg Boy, though. Obviously. Obviously, I don't want to be called Egg Boy. No, don't call me Egg Boy. I just ate one egg. It's not. And thank you for the gifted. Thank you for the gifties. Carrot Sniffer, thank you for the 11 months. Sag taxes. What is that? Are you just sad about taxes in general? You know, there should be a way. I feel like taxes, if they made them simpler, would solve everyone's problems. I feel like if taxes were almost automatic, flat rate, no, like remove all the constant deductions and effort and the loopholes that allow rich people to get better rates, it would solve so much of the problem. They're not very complicated, IMO. I think they start to get pretty complicated. My taxes this year are going to be extremely complicated. Very worried about it. They can do that, and TurboTax forces them not to. Yeah, I'm well aware that Intuit TurboTax lobbies the government and pays like what? They pay like $60 million in lobbying funds to stop any change around the entire country's taxes, and they make hundreds of millions. It's an easy expense for them. They just pay a little bit and make a lot more. And the government just takes that little bit of money as a bribe to not improve the country. It's insane. Deductions help families. Yeah, the way we do a lot of like any sort of I don't know, government subsidies or helping middle or lower class families is often through deductions. But the best way that I've seen from studies is to just give money directly. If you're gonna try to incentivize something or help someone out, then just giving them the money directly is way cleaner and easier and smoother than giving them a certain deduction for doing a certain thing. And that adds a lot of complexity. That makes it harder. And so I think, I just think simplifying it all would make it much more obvious, not only like what everyone needs to pay, but also who the grifters are, who's not paying their fair share. Because right now, this fucking complicated web of decades of different deductions that you need to hire someone good to get your taxes on is lame. Only rich people can do it. What if taxes were like a monthly subscription, like Netflix? Biden flicks. Just like a really expensive fucking streaming service with Biden only, or whoever the president is. That'd be kind of fire. That'd be kind of fire, dude. And you just have to have it. Tax Ninja will lose his job. I think that's worth it. I think fewer accountants would be fine. Companies still need them to keep track of their finances, but like personal, I think regular people should not need an accountant for anything. I think it should be done all but automatically. It's also really annoying because the world is changing rapidly into more of a gig economy, like not necessarily a good thing, but more freelancers, more gig economy, more side hustles. A lot more people are doing a lot more things where they either have like part of a job and something online or of a network of jobs. And that stuff makes it way more complicated to file your taxes. That's just one W-2, which is, again, a pain in the ass. Also, if you like try to get a mortgage and you don't have like just a basic W-2 job, it's way more complex, way more difficult because the system isn't set up for that. And it's just all this complexity. It's a tax. It's a complexity tax on the poor or the middle class. And it's annoying. Just watch your video about country happiness and then you talk about taxes and now I'm talking about them again. Is that what you said? Are you going to do any Olympic stuff? What would I do? I think you can. I think even saying Olympics 3 times will get me killed. Olympics. Won't say it. Can't catch me. Although I guess I said it before, so I'm definitely dead. Imagine right behind me, a fucking SWAT team busting. Did the IRS think streaming was a money laundering scheme at first? No. PayPal did, though. PayPal thought that I was selling drugs, which I was, but as a separate side hustle, which is totally above board. No, yeah, PayPal definitely, like, I started to get, because I have a PayPal account for forever. And then when I started streaming, I started to get a bunch of, like, random deposits. And, like, I remember specifically I got a sponsor. I forget what it was. It might have been Raycon or something. And I got, like, you know, a few grand deposited in there, and they froze it. And they were like, what the fuck is this? Oh, Dr. Squatch. It was Dr. Squatch. Dr. Squatch soap dropped in, and they were like, what the fuck is this? And they froze my whole account. Like, all the money in there, all my Twitch money was completely frozen, and I couldn't get it for, like, over a month. And I couldn't pay my editors, which was the convenient lie that I told so I could go to Vegas. Are you going to react to Landon's video about NFTs? Is it line goes up? Because I've already seen it, and I loved it, and I recommended it to everybody that I know, but I'm not going to watch it on stream. Do you think Disney will nostalgia bait marketing Monday in 15 years? That's a stupid question, right? Obviously. Yes, they will. Obviously. Like, don't even ask that. It's obvious. Yes, of course. Quack sent me a video. Atrioc, this is how I feel about you. There he is! Let's see. Let's see what this is. Oh. That's it, man. Wait. Oh, shit. Wait. Where's my fucking scene, dude? Where's my fucking scene? Wait, hold up. Where the fuck is my scene? How do I do this? Is this okay? There. Okay, here it is. Okay. There he is! There's my favorite white boy! That wasn't worth it? There he is! There's my favorite white boy! That wasn't worth it. Oh my God, that was so much effort for nothing. One second. Okay. What? Wait, I have a really good clip you should react to of one of the things we got done for a Spectacor. Okay, I'm interested. Oh, bro, I gotta talk about this. Wait, I gotta talk about this. This is important. This is actually sick. I wanted to show you guys this. I almost want to do a full stream on it. Talking about the longest games ever, but I'll just talk about this now. This dude. This dude has been playing one Age of Empires 2 match for 50 plus hours. It's a 1v1 that won't end.
Oh no. Okay, let's try this now.
It's still going? Wait, no, really? Is he live? So, if you guys don't... It's still going on. That's insane. This is insane. Let me try to explain what's going on. So, in Age of Empires, there's a limited amount of resources on the map. This is different than many other RTS games where you have something that can go infinite. In this game, there are trees you have to chop down, there are gold mines you have to mine, and they can all run out. When you chop a tree, the wood is gone. When you mine the gold mine, the gold is gone. They have mined and chopped every single resource on this entire map. And they have fought to a standstill every time. Which means they can't make new units. And they can't fight. And so nobody wants to quit. But but nobody can get an income. So it's been going for 72 hours here in 8 minutes. So it will just never end. It'll end when someone quits, I think. So the ways you can get infinite, or not infinite money, but a constant source of gold are these relics right here. But unfortunately, these relics have to be put inside monasteries, like a big church. And those cost wood to make. And all of the monasteries were destroyed at hour like 40 or something, you know? And so they can't get gold. And if they can't get gold, they can't trade for anything. And they can't chop wood. And there's nothing to get. There's no resources left. So nobody can fight and nobody can win. And no one wants to give up. This is so stubborn. It's for like 5 rating points. No trade routes? That would cost wood. Where are you going to get the wood? One guy can win if the other is AFK. One guy cannot win. Okay, interesting. Ruben can win if Andre is AFK. So all Ruben is the player we're watching here, the blue. All Ruben has to do is wait for Andre to go AFK. Which he has to do eventually to sleep. And he can win. Oh, Andre is the other. He has a stream too? Wait, Andre has a stream too? That's actually so funny. So this is the other guy. So technically, you could watch this guy's stream and figure out maybe if he's AFK or not. I wonder if he's got like a friend watching who will text him to wake him up. That's so funny. I think they're both sleeping. It's a pure battle of willpower. I've never seen this, and I've played plenty of Age of Empires. This could happen in Age of Empires 4 technically as well. But the entire map is empty. You see, this is where trees would normally be. Right here. This like leafy ground. This used to be an entire forest. It's all clear cut. There used to be gold here. It's gone. Everything's mined out. There's no... It's so funny. All they have left is castles. I would be so fun to be in this moment because I would not give up. He's got follower alerts. Anyway, I just thought it was I thought it was fire. It's such a crazy situation. And so it got me thinking. I wanted to show you guys. I'm not going to do a whole entire thing on it, but I wanted to show you.
Oh yeah, here comes the wraparound.
I found the longest pro games of all time in esports. Specifically, I found this League of Legends game. I think this is it. There it is. Okay, yeah, we get the VOD. Here it is. This is the longest League of Legends professional game ever played, and I found the key moment. Look at this. So it's a Korean game from when Korea's still top region, but super dominant. This is Jin Air Green Wings versus SK Telecom T1, which is Faker's team. Faker's the Michael Jordan of League, the best player, you know, the GOAT or whatever. And the game is now 92 minutes in, an hour and a half, a feature-length film of one round. And there's only 14-8. An average fucking game with me and Cutie, our average solo queue game has like triple his kills in the first 10 minutes. It's a 14-8. It's a slow, grindy game. Now you might notice that Sivir has farmed 1,400 CS. I believe she hits 1,500, which is a world record. Not matched ever since. Most CS in any game. Everyone's full build. Everyone has hundreds of CS. I think the top 4 highest CS scores of all time, creep scores, are in this game.
4,000.
And if you guys have ever played League of Legends, and I hope to God you haven't. If you ever have, though, the reason I quit back in the day is that it is extremely frustrating to spend 45 minutes to an hour, which is what a regular game might take, ranked game, of your life, like on a Saturday maybe, just for somebody to get caught and throw. You know, to pour your heart and soul into winning, to fighting team fights, to setting up wards, and then one person just gets lazy and dies and throws. Well, I thought that was a solo queue thing.
An HP to start.
But if you zoom forward here,
the Baron go down.
The first of the Zerat portal shall fall.
How many people will break the LC case
after 90
we have a new top
3
Yeah.
minutes.
So
we have 4 new. Congratulations to
top 4 has been replaced. So
Justice
sorry,
Teddy, Faker
sorry
and Bang,
Pilot, sorry
all
Coco.
monsters. Hey,
You guys
if we go long enough, Wraith might break top 10. Let's just keep waiting. He's got 182. He's getting there. The Kenj has been unbenched, and we now officially have the longest game of all time. Once again confirmed by Joel. Thank you very much, Joel. Keep up the Discord. It's great. As we go back to this game, still not...
After 93 minutes, the GOAT, SKT1 Faker, decides to just back in the middle of the river alone. After 93 minutes, everything on the line. Faker says, you know what? I'm going to back.
Not 100% certain who will win. This is going to be a lot of
fighting
damage.
Faker. Yeah, so much damage. Sonya's going to go out. He's going to have to try to get out of here just for good measure. Another redemption coming through, but Umpty chases in. One more hit. He takes him down. The solo kill from Umpty, not even losing the Guardian Angel. Jin Air, one member dead. You can see Umpty getting popped off there in the booth.
They know this is their time, Achilleos.
This could very well be it. I'm going to go ahead and stand up for this moment.
See red pings onto the base, but there's no way to get there. Teleport on Tal isn't going to do enough. They make the lane shorter, and they run in for the triumphant ending. 60 seconds left on Faker.
80-second death timer when he dies.
Here we go. 94 minutes on the clock. Inhibitor going down yet again. SKT Can they pull off the massive defense? There's minions this time around. Call of the Forge God comes
Teddy.
out, can't quite get the bounce back. Cataclysm comes down from Wolf. He has to flash away. Gnar, ultimate, pushing them back in.
There's
but
no buyback
kills,
in League,
there's
no.
damage going onto the members of Jin Air. Teddy still extremely healthy, has
30
another
seconds
wave
on Faker.
pushing in. Working on that first turn, it's gonna go down. Faker dead still, as you say, and I think they might have finally done it. Wolf goes in, flag and drag, tries to get the pop-up, so there's no follow-up. Nexus now exposed.
Faker's dead
Jin
this
Air.
whole time.
I think they finally
Faker's
done
still
it.
dead.
94 and a half minutes on the clock. They take it home, and Jin Air Greenwing.
What a throw! Yeah, and then Jenner went on to lose. Anyway, just insane. Insane that it really encapsulated the League of Legends experience in the longest game ever. And that's the greatest player ever. The greatest player ever just got bored and died. Oh, it's insane. Dota has a 3-hour game. The longest Dota game I could find was this one. The 200 minutes Cloud9 versus SFZ. Well, I don't understand Dota at all.
Around Misery and Big Daddy. They're Disruptor trying to TP out. He gets.
Let's see the
What's
end.
defended. No, the Puck buyback. Puck's gonna buy back. Oh no, this could be it. This could be it. Quista is.
Apparently that made that caster's career. Him casting that full 2-hour VOD helped blow him up. Which is crazy. But again, listen, this is a record. This is not necessarily an esports game. This is a 1v1, but it is a competitive 1v1. I have never heard of a competitive 1v1 going 72 hours. This is by far the record. There's nothing close. The fact that they're still streaming and going for it is insane. It's dedication on another level. The longest Rocket League match is an 18-minute overtime. So I have a stream where Rizzo is going to explain that to me, so I don't want to show it. I don't want to show Rocket League, but we can show something else. What else? Other longest esports matches. There was... Oh, CSGO? Oh my god, what is this? Oh, it's in the UK. Of course they'd waste our fucking time.
Hello everybody, welcome back.
The UK Premiership. This is worth $1 billion, by the way.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the ESLU.
Apparently, it went... It's a 45-42. I think it said... 9 full overtime periods.
Because there's it's going to be a £6,000 prize for MCM in front of
Did they break for T in the middle?
thousands, in inverted commas, of people. But no, literally thousands come to MCM and will watch these guys perform
Let me
on
see the
stage live.
final round.
Gets the frag. 12 seconds in counting. Both teams running urgently to pick up this bomb, to pick up the C4. They've got to plant it, and plant it they will. But can Chronic and Victor do this?
You watch this live?
Maybe. They're both coming from the same angle here. Victor gets one. Pulse now in a 1 versus 1 against Victor. It's not
1 versus
perfect for
1.
Pulse.
All on the line.
To hunt this one out.
All on the line.
Shots him, doesn't pull the trigger yet. He's going to get chased down.
And he
Pulse
gets
is
it!
gonna get it. 45, 42, 87 rounds of great British Counter-Strike there.
87 rounds? Kill me, dude.
Oh, man.
This is the first game in a best of 3. Yeah, it's crazy. Think about trying to put esports on TV where you needed to fit certain hour slots and certain commercial breaks. And the game 1 of best of 3 takes fucking 3 hours. There's no way to fucking plan for that. Ice cold, they'd never get an 88th round. Bro, my fucking dream is to do an 87 round victory and say GG easy. That's the fucking peak. That's what everyone plays for. Quinn, is there a different Dota game that I'm missing? Is there an extra long Dota game, or was that one the one? What other ones? Oh, longest melee game. What was the longest Longest Smash Melee match. I mean, they have timers, right? So there's no way. But it would need to be Michael Bananas. Yeah, it's set time. Michael Bananas Smash. Michael versus Bananas, the reason we play Melee? What the fuck is this?
There's a relatively well-known bug in Super Smash Bros. Melee, which you might have seen before. If you stand on the platforms just right, the CPUs will just sit there. They will wait for you to move before ever moving themselves, in a strange act of protest, refusing to interact with you unless you interact with them also. There is a horrible secret in Melee, one which is spoken about in whispers, a terrible truth which we try to forget whenever anyone reminds us. The secret is that we are not so different from these poorly coded CPUs. And if you play your cards just right, you'll find that the CPU standstill bug works on people too.
That's fire intro. Shout out Melee Stats. Shout out Amba Sinister. I've known this guy for a while. I think I had him on me and Stan's pod back in the day. And give me that we actually don't know one.
To understand the story, we will first need to learn to find our way in the darkness. We will need to understand the fundamental forces that govern the Melee community, and we will need to descend into the bizarre rabbit hole of tournament matches which directly challenge those very fundamental forces altogether. We need to study our map carefully, so we can become that much more painfully aware that a map is just a rough approximation of reality. A fighting game's rule set is often the only thing keeping a community from devolving into madness.
Oh my
Look at some
god,
of the
Brawl
biggest
Meta
fighting
Knight.
games, and you'll see that developers painstakingly craft their rule sets to be clear and unwavering. Street Fighter V, best of 3, 99-second rounds. Tekken 7, best of 5, 60-second rounds. And Super Smash Bros. Melee is no different. Time battle, 2 minutes. But if you've played any Melee outside of a free-to-enter dorm tournament, you'll know the community has shouldered the responsibility of crafting the rule sets onto themselves.
Stop.
The Melee rule set we know is clear, simple, and very different from what was packaged by Nintendo.
4 stocks, 8 minutes, baby.
4 stocks, 8 minutes, and only using 6 of the 29 stages. In some sense, the esport of Melee is a strict subset of the actual game, some arbitrarily defined construct embedded in the wacky party game world, crafted to be as legitimate as possible.
Ooh!
But another
Nice down there.
hidden rulebook exists in the hearts of some Melee players. Underneath the clearly enumerated rules, you'll find gentlemen's agreements, the unwritten rules of Melee.
Can I tell you guys a story about unwritten rules of Melee? Okay, the character I play in Melee is called Sheik. If you don't know Melee, don't worry about it. But Sheik is Zelda. Zelda turns into Sheik. Okay, I play Sheik, and Sheik on most bad characters has a chain grab. On good characters, she does not, but on bad characters, she often has a chain grab. And one unique thing is, Sheik has a chain grab on herself. If a Sheik fights another Sheik, you can chain grab. Okay? And there is an unwritten rule, a code among Sheik mains that when you fight each other, you don't chain grab. Because Sheik dittos with no chain grabs are actually really fun. It's 2 ninjas going at it. Otherwise, it's a lot of just grabbing someone and throwing them over again. Okay? There's an unwritten code. I visited the Mogul Moves household in, let's say, 2019. This is pre-COVID. And they held a house tournament. They had some guests over, and everyone there played Melee. Oh, they all still play Melee. We all play Melee a lot, but we played even more at the time. And there was a house tournament to see who in the house was the best at Melee. And I happened to be visiting for the week, so I entered. There's only 2 Sheik players in that entire house, me and Eamon Gaiman. This is important. Before the tournament begins, we are all playing friendlies. There's a couple setups. Everyone's drinking, having a good time, shooting the shit, and we're just playing for fun before the bracket begins. And I play a Sheik Ditto with Eamon. And I go, no chain grabs? And he goes, yeah, of course not. No chain grabs. And we play a classic set that I barely win. Okay? I edge it out. But it's fun. We're playing for fun. No one's counting, but I win. I win. Okay? And he seems fine. He seems fine. He laughs it off, has a drink. Flash forward an hour later, we're beginning the bracket. We're beginning the bracket, and, you know, play the music, dude. Play the music. Play, Round 1. Atrioc wins. Move to the bracket. Round 2. Atrioc wins. Round 3. It's a struggle. Atrioc wins. Slime is now knocked out. Some of the guests, I think Australians, are knocked out. Others are getting knocked out. It's time for the semifinals. It's a battle, but I win. I'm going to the finals, baby. Who's going to be my opponent?
It could be giving your
Who's going to be my opponent in the finals? Oh. It's Aiden. It's Aiden. Okay. Okay. It's Aiden. Good. I can take him. I can take him. Sheik Ditto. It's down to me and Aiden. Everyone else knocked out. Ludwig's knocked out. Slime's knocked out. Everyone else knocked out. Me and Aiden. We sit down at the setup. Who's going to be best in the house? I'm smiling. He's not. I'm smiling as I sit down. I have a beer in my other hand. He's not. I say, yo, all right. Hey, good luck out there. No chain grabbing, right? Again, it's like 2 a.m. at this point. Everyone's drinking, having a good time, or going to bed. He looks me dead in the eye and goes, no. I go, what? He's like, no, I'm going to chain grab. What? Bro, there's no prize. He's like, I'm going to chain grab. Good luck. Where do you strike? Fuck! What the fuck? So we start the match instantly. Insta-fucking-ly, Eamon runs at me, starts chain grabbing me. Just do-doom, do-doom, do-doom. Absolutely, I'm furious. I'm livid. I'm just sitting there in disbelief, staring at the fucking screen as Eamon chain grabs me over and over and over again. I get completely owned. I get chain grabbed for 3 games straight, and then he fist bumps and goes, hey, good games. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, Aiden. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, bro. Anyway, yeah, true story. I've never forgiven Aiden for that. Did you chain grab back? No, I didn't. On principle, but also I don't know how to do it on Sheik. So that's another problem. Is there an unwritten rule about not pulling out a stinger in a knife fight? Ban that guy. That's completely different. It's completely different. Please, completely different. You're you're a false equivalency. False equivalency. Red flag.
your opponent a homie stock, or it could be playing on a mutually agreed upon stage, even after the rules would otherwise require you to play somewhere else. We even sometimes see character-specific gentlemen's agreements. Sheik players may agree to not chain grab each other in hopes of playing a fun, combo-oriented game.
How appropriate! How appropriate! A fun, combo-oriented game. Isn't that what we all want at the end of the day? A fun, combo-oriented game. That's what I wanted. That one fateful day at the Mogul Moves house.
Instead of a boring, grab-centered one. There's all sorts of these types of mutual agreements. And these rules, despite not being rules...
Look at this. Does this look fun to you? This is Aiden, right here.
Absolutely must not be fucked with. Mewtwo is one of the most recognizable players in Melee's history. He is a beloved player known for many things. His ruthless punish game, his methodical edge guarding, and his self-described optimal playstyle. Sometimes it's optimal to break Melee's fake rules. At Shine 2017, Mewtwo played against Shroomed, another top Sheik player.
I think it's going to be Sheik Dittos. Generally, he plays Sheik against Sheik, unless there's chain grabs. So we don't chain grab each other, so I'm pretty sure we're going to Sheik Ditto. Okay.
But after going down 2-1, one game away from losing, Mewtwo informed Shroom that he would begin using chain grabs for the remainder of the set, eventually winning. People...
Oh no, that's grimy as fuck! You can't switch fucking sides mid-set! Bro, that's ruthless. And I'm an MTK fan. I'm an MTK fan, and that's fucking ruthless. You can't. That's the Eamon, dude. That's literally the Eamon. I literally think if I hadn't beat Eamon in that friendly, he would have said, yeah, no chain grabs. But because he lost that friendly, he came to fucking play. God damn it.
People absolutely lost their minds over this. You won't get disqualified for breaking one of these rules, but nobody would make the mistake of saying breaking them comes with no consequences. So we've seen that sometimes Melee's rules extend past what's explicitly on the rule set, but sometimes they can even extend further than any spoken agreement. Sometimes we as players are under the understanding that there are rules that are unspoken, a contract we lock ourselves into when we plug in our controllers and hit start. Sometimes we assume the simplest idea of a fighting game, the act of fighting and hitting your opponent, is understood between both players. But this isn't always true. Mewtwo is no stranger to these types of incidents. In April 2017, he played against Westballs, a player against whom he is undefeated. Mewtwo wins the off-stream set, last stock, Game 5, having to make a last-second comeback to snatch the victory.
Small interjection. I once knocked a drink out of Westballs' hand at a party because I was really drunk. I slapped it out of his hand. Anyway.
When they play again 2 months later at Saints Gaming Live, Mewtwo is prepared. Once again, we arrive at a Game 5 situation, but Mewtwo has a plan this time. He will grab the ledge, and he will stay there.
King shit.
In Melee, a character can grab the ledge and gain a small window of invincibility where their opponent is not able to damage them or knock them away. There's nothing stopping anyone from doing this again and again. If the game doesn't care, it will give you the same number of invincibility frames on your first grab as it will for your 100th. The only thing forcing you to get off the ledge is the tacit agreement between you and your opponent that you will be playing the same game together. As far as the elite players go, Mewtwo is one of the ones you occasionally see from time to time employing one of these frowned upon strategies. Mewtwo is...
Okay, technically though, it should be bad. Like, it's not like it's just like everyone has to agree on it. It's like grabbing the ledge over and over again. They can just steal it from you, but people get scared and don't want to do it. Especially when Mewtwo built up such a reputation on the ledge.
Has made a career.
You can beat it. Like, you can beat it. It's not broken and we just agree not to do it. It's like not good.
From him reversing a top player from the ledge.
On his throne, and the ledge, and it's over. 3 stocks.
Mewtwo knows the ledge is broken.
Love that fucking handshake. That's one of the great handshakes of Melee history, where Mewtwo gimps PPMD off the ledge and then
It's over. 3 stocks.
just like don't even, almost like it disgusts him to touch his hand.
Mewtwo knows the ledge is broken, and he is in favor of adding rules which diminish his power, but only for characters he doesn't play. In fact, he's gone so far as to use himself as a hostage, implying he would quit if a ledge grab limit was added to the rule set. Westballs has absolutely no idea what to do against Muta King sledge camping.
Dude, you just stayed in one spot. You're up empty space for like a minute. Why would you do that?
I went to the other side of the stage to let you get back on, and you just stood there for another 2 minutes.
Dude, you didn't even try to take the ledge from me.
Why would I? That's a bad risk.
He just stays on the ledge until the timer runs out, and Muta King was crowned the winner of their set.
That's on Westballs in my mind. That's on Wes. I'll knock the drink out of your hand again and you say something different. That's on you, Wes. You're down a stock, bro. You got to do something. Why is he got to run into you? He's already winning. He's up.
We think is the real game. Sometimes this doesn't change anything. Sometimes you get so mad that you complain about it to a bartender who has no idea what you're talking about.
Go do something that you can't do anything about, which is if you grab it right from the stage and get invisible.
Being mad.
Oh, no. Oh, you got to be so down bad to explain melee mechanics to a bartender. He's like, yeah, oh, that's crazy. Oh, he refreshes his invincibility? Oh, that's crazy. This is why I knocked his drink. This is why I knocked his fucking drink, and I don't take it back.
Doesn't mean that you're immune to doing these things yourself. Westballs has been around a long time. He's one of only 22 players to be on every single iteration of the Melee Top 100.
Ooh, that's actually dope.
He's been around long enough to know that things like this are still in the game. They exist, and at least as far as the current metagame goes, they don't really have answers. And every so often, Westballs will try his hand at using them himself. At the Big House 4, Westballs is looking dominant versus Armada. He has never beaten Armada, but you wouldn't know it by game 1. Westballs hops up to the top platform and refuses to come down, except with the occasional stray laser. Peach can't reach the top platform, except by expending her very slow double jump, which puts Peach in a somewhat vulnerable position. Armada, the greatest player to ever touch a GameCube controller, absolutely crumbles in the face of this strategy, and he's reduced to
I'm a mango man, but
he can pull a Stitch Face, a rare turnip which does tons of damage. If you were to put this position to a chess engine, it would probably tell you that this is completely one position for the Falco player. All Westballs has to do is...
I mean, it would probably tell you that it's not a game of chess. I think if you were to fucking download this image to a chess engine, it would have a lot of question marks.
Stay on the top platform until the timer runs out, and since he has more stocks than Armada, it will be his victory. The problem is that the timer is 8 minutes long, and most players find the idea of doing nothing for 8 minutes to be extremely, extremely boring.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is for this reason that the timer is mostly a hilariously unimportant technicality in the rule set, despite how dramatic the game's timeouts usually are. Its only real purpose is to serve as the arbiter for when two players really don't feel like playing each other. Most games don't last 8 minutes.
Is that a real game? Is that a real game? Did they not fight for fucking 8 minutes and then he shot one laser and won? That's insane. That can't be real. If that's real, that's the most insane game of Melee I've ever seen. A 3% loss, one laser loss.
Most games barely last 3 minutes. Thanks to Fizzy's Project Slippy, we can actually check how useless the timer is in a typical tournament. At Pound 2019, in a sample of just over 11,000 replays, the timer reached 0 in just 0.19% of them. Among these, only a single actual game reached time. Zane vs. Chuda in Game 5 of Winner's Quarters. All the rest were abandoned warm-up setups. Seeing the timer strike 0 is genuinely a 1 in 10,000 event. There's occasionally talk about lowering the timer to make timeout situations go by quicker, which is always a hot topic on social media whenever someone brings it up every 4 months or so. Royal Flush, a 2017 New Jersey major, controversially adopted a 7-minute timer instead of an 8-minute timer, and absolutely nothing of interest happened. There's no great shift towards timeout strategies, and as far as I could tell, none of the games played deep in bracket actually hit time trouble. Travel tournaments to play the game together.
That's a great pop-off.
Every set they play, they go out of their way to play the game as much as possible. Westballs, with his incomprehensible lead over Armada, is, at the end of the day, just another Melee player. He finds this just as boring as you or I do. And halfway through game...
This game is tragic. I remember this. He's going to talk about it, but Westballs literally is winning so hard with his top platform strategy Strategy? Sorry, I'm having a stroke. And he just jumps down and starts fighting and loses. It's heartbreaking. He's about to beat a modern for the first time ever. And he just like he can't focus on staying up here. He doesn't have the patience.
Game 1, he cracks and starts playing normally again.
This VOD, please don't waste 5 minutes of my time camping the platform, and then the last stock, you're gonna run at the guy?
Westballs played 10 more sets with Armada before the Peach Player's retirement in 2018. Westballs won just 4 out of the 34 games. It's possible that with a short enough timer, players like Westballs could use these strategies without as easily getting bored, but nobody particularly wants to do that. Sometimes you know what you need to do to win, and sometimes you can't bring yourself to it. Sometimes the unwritten rules of Melee are so powerful that they make us actively throw ourselves into the jaws of defeat. And sometimes winning doesn't even matter. Sometimes there's more to a set than the winner or loser.
That guy just left? Listen, I understand why people are salty online. I understand that, like, if you're online and someone fucking, I don't know, gimps your character or gets a lucky kill and you just quit, I don't support it, but I can understand it. Because you're online, you're in your room, fuck it, move on to the next one. But doing that in person is wild. Getting up off the fucking setup in person and walking away because it didn't go your way is wild.
Wobbling is the only true infinite combo seen in high-level Melee, and is
It's
arguably
banned
the
now.
most
Wobbling is
controversial
terrible.
thing in the whole game.
So
The Ice Climbers grab their opponent and take turns hitting them to trap their opponent and hit stun indefinitely. In a truly lawless wasteland, any wobble started with at least equal stock count would automatically win. You can just wobble them to 999% and then continue wobbling them until the timer runs out, whereby you win by having lower percent at the end of the match. Clearly, this violates
wobbling's
the
whack.
stall rule, so the community needed to provide some sort of ruling on what to do about this. The consensus for a while was that this technique should just be banned, until it was re-legalized for EVO in 2013, with the traditional threshold of 300% being the community-defined border between legitimate play and stalling. 300%, for the most part, is just a random, very high number.
And he gets to wobble all the way to 300. That's what I would do.
Is that the rule? 300? I thought it was 200.
I think it's 300. Doesn't matter. The game is over.
It is now, yeah, but
In virtually every other combo in the game, there is a pushing and pulling between the attacker and the attacked, where the attacker needs to pay attention to how their victim is trying to escape in order to
300 is
continue
way too high.
comboing them. Both players have agency over the situation, and in a very real sense, both players are still playing. With wobbling, there is no such agency, and the victim is largely reduced to waiting around until the wobble ends.
Yeah, wobbling
As a
fucking
result,
sucks.
Melee players passionately hate
He's on his phone.
often enough so that they're willing to stomach using the most detested strategies in Melee to avoid it. As strong as wobbling is, it's only as strong as the character it's attached to. Ice Climbers are considered a borderline top tier. Their ability to infinite every character balanced by their diminished range, reliance on lunges, and weakness against players who make it a point to stay as far away as possible from the Ice Climbers. Appropriately, nobody embodies this as well as our good friend Mutaking, in a set at PAX Arena against Wobbles, the namesake of wobbling itself. Mutaking struggles against the Ice Climbers, and really just wishes they didn't exist.
Oh, so
In a
sad.
set versus Wobbles, he will camp the Ice Climbers in 2 different ways across 2 different characters. At the end of the set, Wobbles grabs Mutaking on the shoulder and tells him, "It's fine if you play that way, but if you ever complain about wobbling again, you are a giant hypocrite."
Oh shit.
This set perfectly captures the 2 dipoles of the wobbling debate. A cohort which hates the Ice Climbers enough to cheer for their destruction by any means necessary, and a cohort which views the Ice Climbers as tragic victims, whose
Holy
opponents
shit.
have become something far worse than the Ice Climbers players could have ever been. Historically speaking, the wobbling debate was a power struggle between 3 factions of the community: the pro-wobbling party, the pro-ban party, and the I don't care party. For years, these 3 groups enjoyed a relatively stable power balance, with the large cohort of centrists making it impossible for one group to get the advantage over the other. That is, until a beloved top 10 player got his ass kicked by an unranked New Jersey Ice Climbers player, and then took to social media in support of banning the technique. The influence of the I don't care party gradually vanished as they began to be radicalized towards one extreme or the other, state of affairs obviously unlike anything happening
Yeah, fuck
in
it.
American current events.
Bro, the
The
second they
insidious thing
banned
about this newly
wobbling,
emerging-
all these whack-ass Ice Climber players fell off the map. The second they banned it, they went from like all these crazy upsets to never fucking any tournament placings at all. So they didn't deserve it. It's whack. It's unfun to watch. It's lame as hell. I'm glad it's gone, and I stand by it.
Two-party system is that the figureheads for each party were, of course, acting almost entirely out of self-interest. When the community defines the rules arbitrarily, it turns out that, in a sense, complaining on social media counts as gameplay. It was no coincidence that so many of the prominent anti-wobbling crowd absolutely sucked against the Ice Climbers. And it was also no coincidence that so many of the prominent anti-ban crowd were either Ice Climbers players themselves, or players whose success would be obviously diminished without the ability to beat up Ice Climbers players in bracket. People largely joined the party that would lead to the best success for themselves as a player.
What a
because
shocker.
That's what competitors do. If you want a wobbling band, you were clearly a scrub who wanted to place artificial restrictions on how the game should be played, just like Dave Serlin wrote in Chapter 3 of Playing to Win. If you want a wobbling legal, you were obviously a scrub who wasn't even willing to soft pan a technique that would make the game significantly better, just like Dave Serlin wrote in Chapter 6 of Playing to Win. There is no developer patch coming. Wobbling exists in version 1.02 of the NTSC Melee, and it will exist in that version of the game until the heat death of the universe. Like
True.
everything else in the history of Melee, whether or not competitive players allow it is a matter that competitive players will have to solve amongst themselves. This all came to a head at Battle of BC3, an early tournament experimenting with the idea of reverting back to the old days and banning wobbling. One of the best players in British Columbia was himself an Ice Climbers player named Fohibro, and he was furious. He showed up at the event wearing a custom t-shirt with the phrase "Free Foe" on it, a plea to the organizers to let him wobble his opponents. Fohibro was a man on a mission, and it isn't a stretch to say that he had what was likely his best tournament ever at this event, even without wobbling. The strength lent to him by his vindictiveness allowed him to brutally stomp on player after player, even triumphing over Commaster, a Luigi player he's played multiple times before and never once beaten, even with wobbling.
Wow.
But it all came to a grinding halt once he ran into Chango, a Jigglypuff player active in Mexico and Washington. Ice Climbers versus Jigglypuff is bad enough with wobbling legal, but with wobbling banned, it's one of those matchups you occasionally hear described as unwinnable. In their set, Chango adopts a straightforward strategy. Step 1, build a percentage lead. Step 2, stay really, really far away. There is no step 3. Fohibro manages to fight off Chango in the games where he doesn't let him pass step 1, but when Chango reaches step 2, Fohibro does not know what to do.
He changed his tag to play. He changed his tag to play the game. That's so funny. This is a competitive game. Bro, there's a crowd of people watching two people sit there and hold their controllers and not play. That's fucking SJ. Shoutouts. Shoutouts to Jesus.
Game 5, he just gives up altogether. Chango has successfully set up the CPU standstill glitch on a human opponent. The commentary offers suggestions of how you could challenge Chango on the platform, but Foe is not interested. After all, complaining is a gameplay decision. In any other gaming community, it would be beyond ridiculous to see a competitor make such a dramatic show of their lack of participation. But within Super Smash Bros., this set genuinely could have had broader implications beyond a winner and a loser. At multiple points in the history of Super Smash Bros., players have taken it upon themselves to use their own gameplay to point out the flaws of the rule set. Congo Jungle was a popular stage in competitive play until Pink Shinobi camped Rock Croc in a single game at Genesis 1, which was enough to get the stage banned forever.
Wow. I didn't know that.
If Fojibro managed to win this set, it probably just would have ended up fodder for pro-ban advocates to say that Ice Climbers don't need wobbling to win. It was probably better in the long run to make his character look as helpless and unviable as possible.
It was 2-2 set.
Fojibro and Shengo are not so different in this set. Both of them are doing nothing. Both of them just want to win.
He threw his controller?
Almost certainly.
Oh, let me see that again. Whoa, that was a fucking spike.
So different in this set. Both of them are doing nothing. Both of them.
Damn, bro, you fighting Demon of Hatred or what?
Just want to win. Both of them, almost certainly, are not having any fun. With all the pieces assembled, we can finally bring our attention to the rivalry at the end of the universe. Michael and Bananas, a Chicago Puff player and a Texas Ice Climbers player. These two have what may very well be the worst rivalry in all of competitive gaming. In some sense, you can barely even call it a rivalry, as Michael has won every game against Bananas in every set they have ever played. Our story begins at the National Melee Academy, a tournament which barred any players ranked in the top 100 from entering. At this tournament, two players who have never met are about to play for the first time. For Bananas, the world rank 102 and favorite to win the event, it will be the worst set of Melee he has ever had to play in his entire life. For Michael, an unknown beast forged in the fires of ranked online play, it will be Sunday. Their set would be played off-stream, at both players' request, so the only footage that remains is cell phone captures of the massive crowd the set drew. It was this set which drew national attention to Michael as the embodiment of what people feared in Melee, a Jigglypuff player with an unwavering focus on preventing his opponent from playing the game in any capacity.
This is amazing. This is incredible. Bro, this sucks. It feels so good to not have to cheer against Michael.
Feels good to cheer for him.
I know, it feels great, dude. I never felt this good. I never felt so happy to see Puff win.
So much fun.
Let's go, Jigglypuff.
Michael would go on to win the set and later take the entire tournament.
Oh, wow.
By the time they played again at Don't Park on the Grass in late 2018, a lot had changed. Michael had continued his upward ascent with modest placings and was rewarded by debuting in the top 50 of the Summer MPGR.
Yeah, he was a grinder
Bananas,
for sure.
However, was on a different level entirely. Since his loss to Michael, Bananas became a premier top player with wins over S2J, None, Fiction, and even top 5 players like Plup, Mango, and Mewtwo. A month later, he would make history and become the highest debut on a top 100 ever. 9 months after they played their first set, they meet again in a ballroom on the University of Washington's campus. It was here where Melee would face its hardest test, one where all the darkest forces in Melee would meet at the same time. After getting brutally timed out in Game 1, Bananas reveals his final act of counterplay. You might be fooled into thinking that Melee is a game with two outcomes, winning and losing. This is not the case. There is a third, much rarer option. It is possible for both players to be disqualified.
Wait, what?
Bananas thinks to himself, if he won't approach me, then I won't approach him. If we never approach each other, eventually a TO will have to step in and DQ the both of us. And since Michael is winning, surely he wouldn't want that.
Was that Aiden? Was that Aiden? I thought I saw Aiden for a second. There's Ashcon. There's Aiden right here. It's behind my. You can see him. Eamon Gaming. Taking notes. Eamon's taking notes, dude. He's like, oh, this is how I should play. Eamon's got his fucking notepad out. Holy shit. This is so innovative. This is how the game should have been played. I'm inspired. I can't wait to use this on Atrioc in our fucking...
TO walks over and demands that they fight during the one stock tiebreaker that happens in tied timeout situations. They agree to fight.
If neither of them touches each other, they both get DQ'd. This is a one stock 3-minute.
Bananas has done the impossible. He has forced a player who is winning to approach him instead of approaching himself. His plan has succeeded.
This is shit. This is like King Shinobi. Oh, he's dead! He's dead! We're gonna have to make a new fucking rule because of this hand.
What a fucking wild
Michael wins the tiebreaker
situation.
anyways, and goes on to win the set 3-0.
I don't know what to do. I think no. No, you.
I've never heard of this set. This is so funny. Fucking Puff players and
This is
Icy's
the
players,
endpoint of
bro.
Melee. This is where it all falls apart. If you look very closely, you'll find that the rules don't actually make any sense at all. In these corner cases, where the best move is to not play the game at all, there is no objective governing body to determine which party is right and which is wrong. Everything is made up, and we are actively continuing to make it up as we go along. The two would play one last time at Paradigm Shift in July 2019. For a brief moment in Game 2, it seems like Bananas will take a game off of Michael for the first time. But it's a fleeting moment. Michael makes a comeback and uneventfully wins the set 2-0. It really just seems like the matchup is impossible. Michael cannot be defeated. If Bananas can't even come close, who could possibly do it?
Hold. Pause, champ.
Six days later, Michael will lose to Boyd, an Ice Climbers player from Ohio.
Oh!
I originally thought the set was unrecorded, but it turns out I was wrong. It's just that nobody wanted to watch it. It's the sort of thing you see once in a lifetime, like the smash equivalent of watching Bartolo Colon hit a home run in slow motion. It's a 5-game set that lasts almost 40 minutes. 2 of the games time out, and 2 others would have timed out had Boyd not thrown himself off stage to concede right before the timer ran out. Somehow, Boyd manages to find 3 wobbles in Game 5
What
to
a
win
miserable existence.
It may have been the single most amazing upset that happened through the entirety of 2019, and only 600-something people decided to watch the set. And honestly, who can blame them?
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Not a single goddamn thing about this video game makes any sense.
Uploaded by Boyd.
At the end of the day, Melee is not a huge esport.
Bro, in the early days of Melee, this is even pre-me, but Scar, we told you about this. Bobby Scar, People's Champion chat, if you guys want to spam the emote. Bobby Scar was one of the first people to ever bring recording setups to tournaments because they're all done in person. And like in the early days, there was no like easy way to get them online. And Scar would bring a recording setup and record all of the matches that he played and then go online and only upload his wins. He had like a hard drive full of his losses, but they never ever uploaded them. So, you know, when there's no fucking record and no streamer, it's like all you'd see is Scar fucking undefeated. Just fucking up fools. Like he told me he would play like a 30-game set with he's a really good Fox player. What am I not blanking on his name? Cactuar. He'd play like a 30-game set with Cactuar and then win 2 of the games and upload those 2. 28 losses, 2 wins, and it looks like he 2-0'd him.
There are not multi-million-dollar prize pools that incentivize players to pull out all the stops. The top players are unbelievably skilled, but they aren't playing to win by any means necessary. Most players just want to win in their own way, and winning in Melee is typically more about validating your worldview than it is about capturing the glory of victory or whatever. It's certainly true that some people find winning itself to be the fun part, but there's not much that would draw a player like this to Melee specifically, rather than something like League of Legends, Dota 2, Fortnite, or any other esport that values their victory more directly.
Yeah, imagine being like a person that cares solely 100% at victory at all costs, will do anything, and then playing Melee for like a $14 prize pool. Like, just go to Dota, bro. If you have that level of fucking grind set, go to Dota and maybe win TI and get set for life. It's insane. It's insane to fucking grind wobbling. So you can win like a fucking cheeseburger.
Melee is probably less fun than we all think it is, but that's okay, because the vast majority of Melee players are just playing the version of Melee that they wish Melee was. Paying attention to the cracks in this facade is when you end up seeing stuff like Chudat deliberately killing himself against Hungrybox so he could get his Nana back. Melee players talk big about how expressive their game is, but they're more right than they realize. For better or for worse, Melee isn't a game which is inherently exciting. The game couldn't possibly capture a person's personality if boring people did not have an avenue to be their boring selves. It wouldn't be self-expression if everyone was forced to act
Can you
cool.
just swap in the footage of me playing Aiden right here? It would just be poetic justice if you could just swap in the footage of fucking Aiden chain grabbing me 2 a.m. at a house party
than they really were. Melee is not sick, at least not by itself. People are sick, and Melee lets them show it to the world. The fact that these moments have happened in the game's history, but are astonishingly rare, says far more about people than it does about the game. With that in mind, is there ever a right answer to rule set questions? Should we lower the timer from 8 minutes to make timeout strategies more accessible, even though it could make easier to use potentially character invalidating strategies? Should we add a ledge grab limit, even though characters who abuse the ledge may or may not be the best characters in the game?
I hate Melee rule discussions. I hate all of Melee Twitter discussions. And so I don't care about the rest of this video if that's what it's about. But I want to shout out specifically, well, we'll watch the credits full up, and then I want to shout out Ambi Sinister and Give Me That Wheat. Ambi Sinister specifically is a fucking legend for like post 2018 maybe Melee content. He like kept the fucking torch going. Him and the Melee Stats guys have done so much in an era where content kind of fell off from Melee. And this video, I'd never seen it before. This video ruled. What a fire video. Yeah, check out Melee Stats, please. Melee Stats. Just showing them right here. The games which is never made. They got some shit here. Mutes King versus Hungrybox, the worst grand finals of all time. Probably hilarious. I think they're I think this is the one where Mutes King thinks he can't beat Puff, so he switches to Puff and then just floats around and then gets 3-0'd. Absolutely fire. Yeah, a lot of good stuff here. Check it out. All right, I think well, we watched a pretty hilarious number of very long esports games. I think I'm going to play a little Inscription. Actually, fuck, I might not be able to. Oh, no. I think we only have time for one Shark Tank.